Hey everybody, it's Shaggy and Weezer here today,
Hey
and
guys.
we will be showing you a battle between Weezer and this person AL7, who I've actually never gotten to face before. They have a Kangaskhan, definitely a Mega. The question is, do they have a Gale Wings, Talonflame, and a Protean Greninja or not? Kind of surprised to see another Explode. This is the second one I've seen, and I'm sure the Tyranitar has Stealth Rock, so he's probably going to lead with that. And I'm going to be using my Ninjask and Lantern and Lickilicky, which I'm hoping do well this time because they're all semi-new. So we'll see.
Yep. This should be interesting. I actually haven't gotten to see this battle myself yet.
So here, I'm going to start right away with the Ninjask, hoping to set up, and I'm planning on sending it to my Lickilicky just because that's awesome. And Tyranitar, as expected, comes out. Now, it's going to go for Pointed Stones, and I definitely should have gone for...
Lamp.
Everyone loves Lamp. I should have gone with a Swords Dance here, but instead I went with a Protect, which ruined my whole setup plan, because Sandstorm buffeted. I have a Focus Sash on this Ninjask, so now it's done. So I can't Protect again. So I go for the Swords Dance, and because it's a Tyranitar, it's got Rock Slide, it just completely wrecks my Ninjask. And because the Sandstorm broke my Focus Sash, it's gone, so no Ninjask setup. Lamp is dead. So... here, I'm pretty sure I call out my Lantern. No, actually, Crocodile next. My bad. Now here, I'm just hoping to get off an Earthquake.
Is it a bulky one?
It is not. It's just an attacking Crocodile. I need to give it Choice Band, but I haven't yet. And I'm going just with an Earthquake, hopefully to take down his Explode here since he switched out. And it does a really good amount of damage. And then because... oh, I brought him out too because he's immune to the Sandstorm, but then since I'm faster, the Earthquake just takes out the Explode, so it's gone. Didn't even get to see what it was he was going to do with that thing. It would have been actually really cool because I would like to run an Explode. But, get off the Moxie. But I'm going to switch out anyway because this Greninja, I'm counting on being Protean. Protean Ice Beam is a pain, but for whatever reason, it switches out too, to a Talonflame. So I'm kind of surprised at this point. Don't know why he did that. Can't complain, but I also switch out to my Lantern. Now, I get a little bit of damage from the floating stones, pointed stones, but the Sandstorm subsides and I have leftovers, so it's no problem. And now I'll find out if it has Gale Wings. Or not. He switches out again, anticipating a Thunderbolt, which was his problem because I'm actually just going to set up my Lantern a bit, see if I can actually use him this time. So I'm going for an Aqua Ring. Get my Aqua Ring and leftovers set up, and my Lantern is actually pretty bulky compared to some other sets you can run with him. So he's actually set up pretty nicely here. I do want to get off a couple of stockpiles if possible, so I'm going to go for that, just assuming, because at this point I've sort of inferred that his Tyranitar doesn't have Earthquake, and I was just risking it to see if he does. So, as I assumed, he doesn't have Earthquake, because otherwise he would have gone for that instead of Rock Slide.
Yeah,
so
I guess it would have been super effective, huh?
Yeah, it would have destroyed the Lantern probably, or at least brought it down enough to not be able to set up. So here, I get enough back from from my Aqua Ring and leftovers, that I'm just going to go for another stockpile. Keep on bulking up my Lantern so that I can take things down. As long as it doesn't die, I am fine here. So the Crunch, as you can see, does even less damage thanks to the stockpile, so it's perfect. And I get back my leftovers, I get back my Aqua Ring, and I now have 2 stockpiles. So he withdraws, and that cinches it for my Lantern, because 3 is the max, and I just put on my 3rd stockpile. So now my Lantern is completely bulked out as much as I can. So he's got all 3 stockpiles, his Aqua Ring, and leftovers. And now I can go with a Thunderbolt here. See if he has Gale Wings, that's the question. Either way he's faster, but it would still be nice to know. Not sure how I'll be able to tell though with my Lantern out, but it doesn't really matter at this point. He goes for a Will-O-Wisp, kind of unexpected, but I was very happy. It turns out it takes away exactly the same amount of damage I get from my leftovers and Aqua Ring every turn, so it's as if nothing happened. So I get off my Thunderbolt and take out his Talonflame. And as you'll see, the Sandstorm subsided, which is lucky for me. Now I get healed. I'm at 138 right now, so that heals me a bit. Aqua Ring heals me a bit. And the burn brings me right back down to 138. So absolutely no change there. So glad I got that set up. Now here, I am jealous of this Scolipede. It turns out to be a Speed Boost Scolipede, which I've been searching for.
Yeah, if you guys can get us a Speed Boost Scolipede, that'd be awesome.
Anyone has one, please contact us, trade it. It would be fun to use. Much better than Ninjask, in my opinion. Now, I did not realize he was going to be setting up anything with it. I thought he just had Scolipede, because I haven't seen many Speed Boost ones actually be used recently. Kind of hard to find. So he's setting up with that like I tried to do with my Ninjask. And I honestly can't do anything to it because he times everything right. I get a Thunderbolt off, which does some damage, but then a second Protect, and he'll be fast enough to baton pass to whatever he wants to do. So again, I'm just restoring just enough to nullify the burn, and I'm only going to use Thunderbolt at this time because I don't need him to know what my fourth move is, or you guys right now, so stinks. I don't think I used my fourth move this time. And, or this battle actually. So he protects again, final setup, and I'm sure he's going to go for the baton pass next because that's what I would have done with Ninjask. Not going to risk another one because my Thunderbolt would kill him easily. And once again, just healing just enough to nullify it. So I'm actually happy with my Lantern right now. It's not dead, which it usually is by this point, and I really like my Lantern. So it baton passes, as predicted. And now this is what I should have seen coming. He baton passes to a Mega Kangaskhan. And, yeah. Mega Kangaskhan.
Banned alert!
Yeah, banned by the Smogon rules. I use one occasionally. I don't really mind, and Megas just give more of a threat, like when I faced Travis's Mega Blaziken, if anyone saw that video. So here, I'm as bulked as possible, so I'm just going to keep on going with Thunderbolts and see how long I can stop him. I do have 3 stockpiles built up right now. So he goes to Mega and gets off a Sucker Punch on me. So I really have no idea how much it's going to do. I'm already down a bit. So it does a good amount. Hits me twice, and then I get off a Thunderbolt on him. It's actually really great. I heal just enough to nullify the burn, so I'm going to stay at 62 really. So the question is next turn if he can finish me or not, because if he cannot finish off this Lantern, then I will kill his Mega Kangaskhan. And see, here he goes for Power Up Punch, thinking he can take him, but he fails there, and I am left with 23 HP. He should have gone for a Sucker Punch, would have finished me, or maybe some stab move the turn before. My Thunderbolt, I just killed a setup Mega Kangaskhan with a Lantern. That is amazing. Lantern has done well this turn. So I've accepted, with the burn, Lantern's pretty much done at this point. It's not going to restore enough, and it's pretty slow. So whoever he calls out next is going to finish it.
The Scolipede.
Scolipede? Okay, actually, I think I get off one more guy with my Lantern. He protects here. Don't know who he would set up send to. But I just keep on going for Thunderbolt. Don't need anyone to know what my fourth move is. So if he goes for a Sword Stance here, which I think he does, because that's the regular setup, I'll just get off a Thunderbolt and finish him off. Or no, he goes for a Mega Horn. Yes, I remember now. He goes for a Mega Horn, and I got lucky. I avoided the attack. Mega Horn's kind of risky. It's not the best accuracy. So I got off a Thunderbolt and kill a Scolipede too. So it was mostly a setup, not too much of a big deal, but it's still awesome that I just KO'd 3 guys with my Lantern, including a bulked up Mega Kangaskhan. So at this point, he brings in his Greninja again, which I'm assuming is Protean, but still don't know for sure. I actually never found out if the Talonflame was Gale Wings, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Now, he goes for the extra sensory. I know I'm done. I'm not even going to bother switching, because I won't be able to set up my Lantern as well, again, a second time. So, now that that's done, a lot of stalling done, I'm going to bring in Splat.
Oh,
my
God.
Lickalicky. I could not set up for him, but still I set him up to be good in case I wanted to use him without the Ninja setup. He is actually a very good Pokemon. Great HP, decent defenses.
Horrible monster.
So I noticed that his Greninja had a Life Orb, so I went for a knockoff here, just because I wasn't expecting him to switch. And it does like nothing, and his Tyranitar doesn't even have an item. Don't know why he did that, but kind of a waste of a turn for me. I switched back out. Splat. You'll see him later. I really like my Lickalicky. So I bring up Metagross, hopefully to scare him out. I know he doesn't have Earthquake, so I have nothing to worry about at this point. Don't know why you would run a Tyranitar without Earthquake. I guess if he had Earthquake instead of Rock Slide, he wouldn't have been able to stop my Ninjask. Not really sure where this battle would be if I had set up my Lickalicky with the Ninjask or not, because he has quite a few things that might have been able to resist me. So his Crunch actually does a lot more damage than I expected, considering my Metagross is, it might be bold or whatever nature it has. It raises the defense, not the attack like most people go. And I take out his Tyranitar with Bullet Punch, I think, at that point. Sorry, I missed that. Bullet Punch on the Greninja, just to see what I can do before he finishes it, because at this point I'm done. He does have the Protean Greninja, as you see, and the Dark Pulse finishes off the Metagross.
Protean Ninja's so good.
It is an extremely good Pokemon, but it's also a glass cannon, so if you have anything that can outspeed it or take a hit, it's usually that's a good counter for it. So I'm bringing back out the Lickalicky, and this is where I end the battle. I have only used my Crocodile once, and I have not used my Noivern, so that's actually really good. 2 sweepers I didn't even have to touch. He took some time deciding this one, went for Hydro Pump on the risk of missing, and I explode.
The monster.
Lickalicky can learn Explosion. Stab. Extremely high power. It didn't even matter at that point. I had 2, maybe 3 more guys left. At least my Crocodile and Noivern, which his Protean Greninja could have swept with Ice Beam. So I just hoped I would take the hit, which I did, because of Lickalicky's great defenses, and exploded. It was fantastic. Now, so that was actually a really good battle. I'm hoping I can find a Scolipede just like that. That would be great. And the Ninjask, even though it failed, I ended up beating them pretty well and got to explode with the Lickalicky, which was a goal of mine. So the Lantern has finally done well in the battle. Thanks for watching. And keep guessing as what its 4th move is.
See you guys later.